Hey, can you hear me all right, Mr. Hamilton?
Yep.
Is it Joshua?
No, this is not Joshua, Judge.
Last name King?
No, last name Hamilton.
Okay, Joshua Hamilton in the jail. My name is Judge Sara Smolenski. I'm talking to you on video Zoom from the 63rd District Court. Mr. Hamilton, the ticket was October 15 last night, yesterday morning, somewhere in the area by 60th and Eastern, Gaines Township. The ticket is a criminal misdemeanor, Mr. Hamilton, driving while license suspended. It has the possible penalty of 93 days in jail, up to $500 fine, 2 points on your license from the Secretary of State. You can plead guilty or not guilty. You can have a trial in front of a judge or a jury. You can have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford an attorney, Mr. Hamilton, the court can appoint an attorney to represent you. You have the right to have a trial where you could bring in witnesses, cross-examine witnesses, take the stand yourself, be a witness if you wanted to. If you chose not to, your silence cannot be held against you. And you have the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Any questions you can think of so far, Mr. Hamilton?
No.
Are you actually in custody on something else?
Well, this is the only thing that's holding me, and I got a $300 hold in Wayland. And
Tell me what the case is in Wayland.
What's the case in Wayland? Driving. A driving case.
Okay. Besides the driving suspended in Wayland, do you have anything else holding you?
No, I do not.
Is the address on Sherman still good? Can we use it for your mail?
Yes, it is.
So we'll enter a plea of not guilty on this case. If you want to plead not guilty, you have the right to talk to somebody and get some further advice.
Okay.
The ticket is from yesterday, right around lunchtime. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Do you want to talk with somebody and get some further advice?
No, I'm going to plead not guilty on that.
Yep, not guilty is fine. Then they're going to set it up for another pretrial, for a pretrial conference. They're going to send notice to Sherman. This case has nothing to do with the Wayland case. Don't get them confused. I asked if you were in custody on anything else because I only have this ticket. We'll say not guilty, and it's a $500 PR. You're not going to have to post money. I'm letting you out on mine, but I got nothing to do with Wayland. If they hold you or they make you pay, you're going to have to do that. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Is it Mr. Yep, we're all set then. Thank you, Mr. Hamilton. Is it Rodney King?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. King, I need 1 minute. Mr. Hillary, I need 1 minute. You guys, just give me 1 minute, okay? Amanda, I'll be right back.
Rodney, are you here on a probation violation?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, my name's Dick Hillary. I didn't have a chance to talk to you, so the judge will explain what the process is. How long you been on probation?
About 3 days.
3 days? Did you supposedly violate your probation?
Yes, sir.
Was there a no contact provision in your probation?
Yes, sir.
The judge will probably explain you can plead guilty or not guilty to violating that. If you plead guilty, they will sentence you. If you plead not guilty, you have a right to have a hearing, okay?
All right.
Did you talk to him before, Mr. Hillary?
I did. I'm not on this one, Judge. I did talk to him, though.
Okay. not a problem.
And so
We
I
had a
move-
staffer that's retiring, and she's been with us 25 years, and I just wanted to run downstairs and say goodbye. So that was what that was about. Okay, Mr. Rodney King. We've talked before. I'm Judge Smolenski. Do you remember me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
So you had your case all the way back to the beginning of this year with Heather King, and you got charged with the domestic violence, and you pled guilty. And I asked to have the sentencing set up before you got out of jail, because you were telling me you were going to be in custody for a bit, but possibly by mid-October you'd be out. So now you're in front of us when I just let you out for violating the no contact. We caught wind that the allegation is October 13, 3 days ago, the day you supposedly got out of jail. You had contact with Heather King, and that's the violation that I'm talking about now. And a probation violation, it's really the no contact order they're alleging you violated. Now you can admit it or deny it, and I think Mr. Hillary was just telling you about it. A probation violation is like a new charge. You can plead guilty or you can plead not guilty. You can have an attorney, you can get advice, you can have a hearing, and we go back to October 13th, and testimony is taken in court, whether you violated it or not. I don't know positively what I said to you on the 13th of October or the last time I spoke to you, but I'm pretty positive what I said was do not have any contact with Heather King, do not have any contact with the Crawford Lake Trail address. Now, if you go forward today, the decision has to be yours to either admit the violation or deny it. And if you're not sure what to do, that's why you get an attorney to talk about it in more detail. Now, just 3 days ago, you got out of jail. Now you're back in on this for an allegation of violating the condition of no contact with Heather. What's your question, if any, to me?
If I can get a court-appointed attorney, because I didn't make any contact with Heather King.
Okay. And that it may not be the contact with her, it may be contact with the property at Crawford Lake Trail, but we'll just say not guilty on this.
Okay.
We'll say not guilty on this charge, and we will, let's see, we'll appoint you an attorney. It seems to me you had an attorney originally on this case from the defender's office, so it could be the same attorney. They're saying when you were sentenced on October 12th, and you were in custody at that time, you were released on the 13th. The sentence was made clear by the court that you not have any contact whatsoever with the victim or the victim's residence. And they're saying that they called you on October 14 on a number that you left on the file, and they got a call back saying that that number was her number. She got a new number that Heather gave our probation department. She was trying to get in contact with the court because she said you came home. When she came home from work, you were at the residence with the two sons. That's the allegation. So you're saying it's no contact with her?
No contact with her, Your Honor.
Yep, and she's saying you were at the residence with their two sons. She knew Mr. King was not allowed to be there or have contact with her. As soon as he was released, he came right to the residence. She contacted the police, and he fled the scene. When the victim came home, that's Ms. King, Mr. King began pleading with her not to call the police, even though he was at the residence, despite the order not to. He fled as soon as the police were called. The deputies tried to make contact with you, left a voicemail. They searched the residence. He was not located. I don't know when you went to jail. When did you go to jail?
Yesterday.
When you went to jail, how were you arrested? Yesterday, when did the police have contact with you? Was it at your house? Was it at a store? Were you in a car? Were you hit by anything?
No, it was basically.
Yesterday.
What's
I'm just
that?
asking, how did you get arrested yesterday? How? Did they come to your house? Did they come to your mom's house? Did you
No,
get
I wasn't-
stopped
I
in a
wasn't-
vehicle?
No, I was over on Wabasis Road, basically,
So how were you stopped by the police on Wabasis?
with weapons drawn.
Were you in a car?
No, I was on foot.
On foot on Wabasis?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, we'll just say not guilty for you. Right now, the bond is a $5,000, 10%. $5,000, 10% on the probation violation. I don't know how to make this more clear, Mr. King. You cannot have any contact, directly or indirectly, with that property where Heather lives, the property where Heather works, with Heather herself. I don't know how old the kids are, these sons. I don't know if they're children or adults. I don't know if they live with her or live somewhere else. Do not have any connection with her address, her workplace, or her. Is that clear?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, that's it. You got to post the money to be released. We'll set it up and get you an attorney as soon as we can.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Mr. King. Mr. Hillary, thank you for your help on that one. I think you can be excused and we'll allow you to withdraw.
Thank you, Judge. Have a